Knowing these life-saving facts could make all the difference in an emergency. If you're ever bitten by a venomous snake, try to remain as still as possible. The slower your heart rate, the less venom spreads through your body. If you're caught in a fire and can't escape, wet a cloth and cover your nose and mouth. This will help filter out smoke and toxic fumes, giving you more time to breathe. In case of a severe allergic reaction, use an EpiPen immediately. If you're unsure how to use one, practice with a trainer version so you're ready in an emergency. If someone is having a seizure, move any objects away from them to avoid injury. Don't try to hold them down or put anything in their mouth, just make sure they're safe until the seizure ends. If you're lost in the wilderness and need to find water, look for plant life. Follow areas with thick vegetation or head downhill, as these areas are more likely to have water sources. If you ever get stuck in a car submerged in water, don't try to open the door. It's nearly impossible to do when the water pressure builds up. Instead, roll down the window and escape through it. If you're ever hiking and get lost, avoid wandering too far. Try to stay in one place, stay visible, and make noise to increase your chances of being found. If someone is bleeding heavily, apply direct pressure to the wound and elevate the injured area if possible. It will help slow the bleeding until medical help arrives. In the event of an electric shock, never touch the victim with bare hands. Use a non-conductive object, like a wooden stick, to separate them from the power source. If you're ever in a car accident and trapped inside, your seatbelt might be your worst enemy if the car is on fire. Cut it immediately if you can to escape faster. Having a seatbelt cutter tool could save your life. Don't ignore heat stroke signs. If someone is feeling dizzy, weak, or nauseous, move them to a cool place, hydrate them, and call for help immediately. It can escalate quickly and be fatal. If you're ever trapped in a building and need to signal for help, use a flashlight or bright object to wave around. If you don't have one, reflect sunlight off any shiny surface to attract attention. If you're ever struck by lightning, don't move the person immediately. Instead, call for help and perform CPR if they're unresponsive. Moving them could cause more harm. Did you know you can survive a bear attack by playing dead? Rolling into a ball and remaining still could convince the bear to lose interest, especially if it's a grizzly. In case of a fire, the best way to protect yourself is to get low. Smoke rises, so crawling on the ground allows you to breathe more easily and escape quicker. If you're ever trapped in an elevator, try to remain calm. Press the emergency button and avoid opening the doors. It's safer to wait for professional help than to try to escape on your own. These emergency facts could save you in unexpected situations. Share them and help others stay prepared.